Good evening from the Kassam Stadium here from me, Selfie, and BBC Oxford Sport on the Twitter. Oxford United's team news for this EFL Trophy match against Scunthorpe United is as follows. It's Eastwood in goal. Your fullbacks are Johnson and Edwards. Your centre-half, Joe Scars on the left, Shay Dunkley on the right. Your midfield quartet is Rob Hall on one side, and on the opposite side it will be Rothwell. Your engine room is Sercombe and Ruffles. Up top it will be Kane Hemmings and Ryan Taylor. 5 changes from the 3-2 victory at Rotherham on Saturday. It's a very strong bench. Join me throughout the evening for this EFL Trophy match between Oxford United and Scunthorpe. 11 minutes gone down here in the Checkatrade Trophy, or the EFL Trophy as it's known. Oxford United trail by 1-0. Scunthorpe United win the penalty. Luke Williams did, being tripped by Edwards inside the penalty area, and then dispatched the penalty low to Eastwood's right. He got a strong paw on it as it went into the side netting, almost saved it. But it's been the visitors that have taken it to Oxford United. And although you can see some fans behind me, I did think of that song, You're Not Alone. There's not many in tonight, but currently down here, 12 minutes gone. Oxford United 0, Scunthorpe United 1. Well, it's good news down here in this Checkatrade Trophy, EFL Trophy for Oxford United, as on 18 minutes a quickly taken free kick by Kane Hemmings set Marvin Johnson off towards the open end of the ground. He cut into the penalty area, didn't have a great deal to aim at, and he fired it right across the face of Anion, the Scunthorpe goalkeeper's goal, and he hit his left-hand post and it went into the back of the net. It's what a piece here after 19 minutes in this Checkatrade Trophy between Oxford United and Scunthorpe. Well, it's a Checkatrade Trophy, it's EFL Trophy, it's raining goals. Oxford United go from a goal down after Luke Williams converts a penalty. They get an equaliser from Johnson on 19, and then midway through the first half, 22 and a half on the clock. Great work by Rothwell and Johnson down the left. Ended up with Rothwell slipping the ball into Hemmings, who fired in from 7 yards. It's 2-1 to Oxford United in the Checkatrade Trophy. In time added on down here at the end of the first half, this Checkatrade EFL Trophy match between Oxford United and Scunthorpe. Oxford still lead by 2-1, although Luke Williams is dancing through and flashes a shot over the crossbar. Maybe a little bit early to say they're going into the break leading, but Scunthorpe were on the ascendancy at the start. Luke Williams scored a penalty after being brought down by Edwards, and then Johnson scoring, cutting in, firing it in off the keeper's left-hand post for 1-1, and Kane Hemmings, after good work by Rothwell, making it 2-1. As they go to the break in time added on here at the end of the first half, Oxford United 2, Scunthorpe 1. Penalty for Oxford United, 49 minutes on the clock. Rob Hall brought down as he broke into the Scunthorpe box. Oxford lead by 2-1. Kane Hemmings will be taking the penalty today. Lining up with a right peg. Not many in here, just under 1,300 here. Hemmings up to the spot, and he fires it in off Anion's leg. It's 3-1 Oxford United. Drilled it down the centre. Anion went to his right. His trailing leg put the ball off his shin into the roof of the net. It's Oxford United 3, Scunthorpe 1. Well, this Checkatrade Trophy, EFL Trophy match is in its 63rd minute. Oxford United lead by 3-1. 2 for Hemmings, 1 penalty, and Marvin Johnson after falling a goal behind when Luke Williams dispatched a penalty for Scunthorpe United. Oxford look as though they could get as many as they want at the moment, as Scunthorpe, after an impressive first 20 minutes, have just gone backwards and into their shell. Looks as though Oxford United will progress. 3 games from Wembley. Who will they get next? Maybe I'm counting my chickens before they've hatched. 63 on the clock. Oxford United 3, Scunthorpe 1. 72 minutes on the clock when Liam Sercombe gets replaced by Chris Maguire, of all people. Not expecting to see him on the park. Oxford still lead by 3-1 here after 74 minutes. Obviously fallen behind to a penalty given away by Edwards. Williams converted for Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe looking imperious in the first 20 minutes. And then back came Oxford. A goal from Johnson, cutting in on the left-hand side, firing it low past Anion off his left post in for 1 apiece. Then Kane Hemmings, found by Rothwell, who's been very industrious in the middle block, getting the second goal. And shortly after the break, Rob Hall upended, and Kane Hemmings firing the penalty in off of the legs of Anion. It's 3-1. 1 change for Oxford so far after 75 minutes, and that is that Chris Maguire has replaced Liam Sercombe. 3-1 Oxford United. Well, down here it's still Oxford United leading by 3-1, but there has been a power failure on this near side, which has left the pitch in quite some shadow. But I can tell you it's going on. Oxford's still doing well. Holmes for Scunthorpe has been put under the hammer by the pace of Johnson. Had to get that in tonight, Holmes under the hammer. But Oxford United certainly looking as though they could progress. Kane Hemmings had a chance for a hat-trick just moments ago. Time eking away here for Scunthorpe. Oxford United 3, Scunthorpe 1 in this Checkatrade Trophy. In time added on down here in the EFL Checkatrade Trophy, it's Oxford United 4, Scunthorpe United 1, and they will be progressing now. 4 minutes of time added on. The referee blows the whistle. I can tell you that it started off with Scunthorpe impressively pushing the hosts backwards, and Luke Williams getting a penalty after being upended by Phil Edwards. He scored the resultant penalty. Good effort by Eastwood, just palming it into the side netting. Then Marvin Johnson took centre stage down the left, cut in, fired a shot across Anion, in off the far post to make it 1-1. Kane Hemmings got the first of his goals from 7 yards after being found by good work from Rothwell. Into the second half, Robbie Hall tiptoed through the tulips to get a penalty for Oxford United. Hemmings dispatched it via Anion's legs for 3-1, and then late on in the game, Rothwell found Maguire to the dead ball line, squared it back and turned away for Hemmings' hat-trick. They progress now into the next round, the quarter-finals of the Checkatrade Trophy. Oxford United 4, Scunthorpe 1.